Imagine this, just a simple sports match, a paddle, a tiny ball, and a net. But suddenly, this game was no longer just a game. It became the spark that changed international relations forever. A Cold War on edge, superpowers watching closely, and the cause, table tennis. This strange yet true story is known in history as ping-pong diplomacy. In the early 1970s, the world was deep in the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. At that time, the People's Republic of China was politically isolated from the West. No recognition, no diplomatic relations, no dialogue at all. Beijing considered Washington the number one imperialist enemy, while America saw China as part of the dangerous communist bloc. The isolation was so severe that American citizens weren't even allowed to visit China or buy its products. But then, a single match would shatter this wall of silence. In 1971, during the World Table Tennis Championship in Japan, an accident changed everything. American player Glenn Cowan, the youngest member of his team, mistakenly boarded the Chinese team's bus. Picture the scene: a young American surrounded by Chinese athletes, at a time when both nations viewed each other with hostility. The tension was palpable until something unexpected happened. The legendary Chinese player Zhuang Zedong smiled, stepped forward, and gifted Cowan a silk painting with traditional Chinese landscapes. It was such a small gesture, yet it carried enormous meaning. The press quickly captured the moment, and headlines around the world read, "A smile and a small ball broke down the wall of hatred." Just days later, Chinese Premier Zhou Enlai made a groundbreaking move. He officially invited the American team to visit China. This wasn't just a sports protocol, it was a powerful political signal. China was opening the door to the United States. Soon after, the American players arrived in Beijing, where they were welcomed with unprecedented warmth. They toured the Forbidden City, met high-ranking officials, and played exhibition matches against the Chinese team in front of cheering crowds. For many Chinese citizens, it was the first time they had seen Americans not as enemies, but as guests. The atmosphere was electric. Meanwhile, in Washington, President Richard Nixon and his national security advisor Henry Kissinger were watching closely. They realized this was the perfect chance to break China's isolation and gain a powerful new partner against the Soviet Union. In 1972, history was made. President Nixon himself traveled to China and met with Chairman Mao Zedong. The world was stunned. The leader of the United States, standing in the heart of Beijing, shaking hands with the communist government that had once been seen as the great enemy. That visit didn't just change diplomacy, it reshaped global politics. China emerged from isolation, the US gained a new ally against Moscow, and the Cold War entered a new phase. And it all began with a ping-pong match, and that's how a simple game of table tennis changed the course of world history. A tiny ball on a table became the key that shifted the balance of power. This story reminds us that sometimes the biggest changes come not from bullets or bombs, but from a smile and a simple game. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more about the strangest events that shaped history, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and turn on the bell so you don't miss the next episode.